Well, hi, everybody. It's John Elzinga, and welcome back to It's a Great Day to Serve the Lord. And let me ask you a question. What kind of hope do you have? What's your hope factor like? I mean, the reality is that people live life with a lot of hope. They hope it'll all work out. To some, hope's more like wishful thinking. To others, hope is kind of like gambling. Some put their hope in money or their jobs or contracts and agreements. But those that put their faith in Jesus Christ, hope is a sure thing. Some would say, well, I hope I get a new car for Christmas. Well, that's probably wishful thinking. To some, it's like gambling. Well, I know the odds are against me, but I hope I'll win that lottery. Maybe you are a Christian, you put your money in the offering place, hoping that God will give you back more than you gave. That, by the way, is spiritual gambling. But hoping for a new job, hoping that this person or that person will come through for you, hoping that your agreement will stick, is also not a sure hope. It's not a hope that we can depend on. And let me tell you, I know for sure. Quite a few years ago, before even 2008-ish, I had some investment property. And this investment property was a secure thing. I'd had an inheritance, and I was advised that the best thing to do was to reinvest your money. And there were two basic ways. You could do it in the stock markets in stocks, or you can do it in real estate. I was told real estate is a sure thing. Commercial real estate is even more sure. And if you have a franchise that you're funding, it's even better. And so we invested in this property in another state, and it was a franchise organization. Now, this is called a 1031 exchange. So for example, franchises like McDonald's or Burger King's or Wendy's or whatever it might be, they don't actually own the property. They lease it from somebody that owns it, that owns that operating property, that business on an operating piece of land. And they give them a contract in exchange for this investment. And the contract could be, 20, 30 years. I had that. I had a sure thing. I had a contract that was 20 years with 2 possible 5-year renewals. I thought I was set for 30 years. I was led to this company, to this organization, by a very reputable real estate firm. Other people had advised me about this. This was a sure thing. This was a guarantee. I was set for life. I had the document. And then 3 years into this 20-year agreement, my tenant bailed on me. And all I had left was an empty shell. I couldn't re-lease it the way I had leased it to them under a 1031 exchange. As a result, we lost that commercial property. We lost that income. We lost a beautiful home on a nice golf course. We basically lost everything that we had. My hope was in that contract, in that agreement. I thought it was a sure thing. It wasn't. But folks, hope in Christ is not wishful thinking. It's not even spiritual gambling. It's a sure thing. It's in the bank. It's a hope that you can count on. Hebrews 11:1 says, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." Confidence and hope are normally not put together. Hope is usually the absence of confidence, but not in the case of our hope in the Lord. What we have faith in, what we put our hope in, is the completion of what Jesus started. It's already begun. It's growing as your faith in Christ grows, and we can see his promises in action every day. Hope in Christ leads us through the tough times. Psalm 31:24 says, "Be strong and take heart, all who hope in the Lord." Psalm 33 verse 18, "But the eyes of the Lord are on those who fear him, on those whose hope is in his unfailing love." It's a sure thing. Psalm 33:20 says, "We wait in hope for the Lord, for he is our help and shield." Psalm 33:22 says, your unfailing love may be with us, Lord, even as we put our hope in you. Why do I think it's a sure thing? Colossians 1, verse 5 says, the faith and love that spring from the hope stored up for you in heaven, and about which you have already heard in the true message of the gospel. Did you get that? This hope is stored up somewhere. It's a cachet. It's invested somewhere. It's in the bank. And this bank is called heaven. It's there. My friends, I want you to understand in the depth of your heart that your hope is not wishful thinking. Your hope in Jesus Christ, that is. It's not a gamble. It's not shut down by the doubts you might have, but is secured by your love for the Lord and his love for you. My prayer for you is that you let your hope give you strength. That you let your hope in the Lord encourage you and uplift you. That you let your hope in the Lord surround you and envelop you. And my friend, you can be sure of this, that your hope in Christ is secure, and it's the greatest investment that you can make. That's your devotions for this week, and God bless you. Thank you so much for those who have supported this channel. If you'd like to support it, there is a link below. God bless you, and remember, it's a great day to serve the Lord.